So one of my personal favorite things about Margo is this curtain bang we have here. You're gonna feel like you have, again, these tags, you have some hair on you. So you can see as I lift this up, that lace front goes a little bit further and melts into those ear tabs. So it's nice and wide here from right where my fingers are. You have to train it with heat to go in the direction you want it to go. And I just adore this style. I think it is gorgeous. Hi everybody, welcome back to the Chiquel YouTube channel. My name is Amanda and today I'm going to give you a quick review on Margo by Rene of Paris. But before I jump into it all, I'm going to remind you to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel where you can learn even more about alternative hair. All right, so I know I've been talking a lot about Rene of Paris lately, but that's because they have recently come out with 6 new styles this new year since, January 2026. And also all 6 of these styles have been like amazing. I have been in love with each and every one of them, including Margo here. So I just want to make sure I get all these pieces out into the world for you so you guys are able to take a look and see if it's something that might work for you, especially because I believe they are all very lovely. So let's talk about Margo and hop right to it. So I have Margo here in the color Sea Salt Blonde R. This color is basically a mix of a lighter cool blonde, and then you have that warmer, darker blonde going throughout as well. Plus you have a medium brown root. And because I know we love to see color comparisons, let me show you how it compares to Crushed Almond Blonde by Belle Tress here. All right, let me start off by giving you a spin so that you can see all of Margo. So one of my personal favorite things about Margo is this curtain bang we have here. I love curtain bangs. If you follow me and know me, know that I love curtain bangs with a burning passion, mostly because I prefer them for updos. I feel like having that curtain bang there allows me to pull styles back a little bit more easily and makes it look a little bit more natural. It just softens that front up so you're not exposing too much of the lace. It just makes it so lovely. As I'm doing this, I will also let you know that Margo is a really great updo piece, as I'm talking about right now. So Margo works really well for just a ponytail if you want. It's a nice full pony because we have a lot of layering, a lot of kind of what I like to call flip-de-doos in my own little wig language here, or hair language. Tons of little flip-de-doos and layers happening, which gives a lot of fullness to that ponytail. So really great for a ponytail with all of that. And these little curtain bangs here can work also for, if you put a claw in it, it would have some substance to that as well. And this would look also adorable as a half up, half down here. So Margo has a lot of really great styling options in case you are wanting something that you can sort of get a lot out of. Margo is about a low to medium density. However, you are going to find some Permatease in here. So remember, Permatease is that short-haired crimping effect done at the root of some synthetic wigs, just to give you that shape, that volume, that lift, that structure to the style. And it's also there to help hide any of that wefting that you have in your cap so that your scalp is not as exposed in case the hair moves in a funny way. These tags are always in the way. So if you don't like that full-bodied look and you don't like having a lot of volume, you may not love Margo. It's gonna be voluminous. You're gonna feel like you have, again, these tags, you're gonna feel like, you have some hair on you. Absolutely gorgeous though, and would be a really great option for a fun night out or a date night. Or by all means, wear this as your everyday piece. I honestly would probably wear this on a normal day. On those days where I feel like being a little bit elevated. So Margo is made with heat-friendly synthetic fiber. I say this all the time, and some of you are gonna be like, enough already. But I know that there's always newcomers and new people to wigs. So I want to make sure that everybody gets this information before they purchase so they know what they're getting into. Margo, like I said, is made with heat-friendly synthetic fiber, which is really great because you're not going to get as much shine from the fiber as you would with regular synthetic. So it's not going to look like it has that sort of doll hair shine happening to it. But the downfall of heat-friendly synthetic fiber is that they require a lot of heat maintenance in order to keep the fibers looking lovely. So you're gonna find that after probably after 1 or 2 wears, this is gonna feel tangly. This is going to feel kind of clumpy where the fibers sort of, I don't know how else to explain it, but they sort of clump together. It's going to feel a little bit tacky, and the fibers at the ends especially are going to start looking a bit frizzy and dry. And when that happens, you're going to want to apply heat to maintain those ends to make sure that the fibers stay nice and silky smooth. So if you are not one to maintain things, and if you are just like, I want a low maintenance style here, I do not suggest you get a long heat-friendly synthetic style. I would suggest you get something that's mid-length, something, you know, mid-neck and shorter. That is going to require a lot less maintenance from you. But if you are like, you know what, Margo is gorgeous, I need this in my life and I am okay to maintain it, then all you really need to do every couple of wears, I like on a style like Margo to take my oh my gosh, what is this thing? Good Lord, this is the Envy 3-in-1 Air Styler that I like to use, or you could use any hot air brush, you could even use a hair straightener, but for this style, this would be my go-to because we still have that structure here we want to maintain. So I would take this, turn it on, and go through it with my hot air brush, and that is going to help maintain the structure while smoothing out the fibers. And I would do this every couple of wears or so, or at any signs of the frizz. I do have several videos already out here on YouTube on how to maintain your heat-friendly synthetic fiber, so definitely go and check those out if you need a little bit more information. All right, moving along here. Margo is going to have an extended temple-to-temple lace front. So when I say extended temple-to-temple, or I guess when I say temple-to-temple, that often means that your lace front will end around here, kind of where my fingers are. The lace front would typically end where the top meets the rest of the wig, and there's sort of a seam there. However, the extended temple-to-temple lace front means that the lace front extends further than that seam, and it almost melts into your ear tabs here. So you can see as I lift this up, that lace front goes a little bit further and melts into those ear tabs, giving you a little bit more coverage of lace at the front, and allowing you to pull more back off of your face if you so choose. So this is what Sea Salt Blonde looks like pulled back. I say Sea Salt Blonde as opposed to Margo because often the color of fiber and the color of your wig will determine what your hairline is going to look like. And in this case, honestly, they did a pretty good job. I personally like how they have speckled some darker fiber with the lighter fiber at the front here, so you don't have a huge blonde strip in the front. What you'll see on a lot of brands and a lot of these rooted blonde colors is they take a complete strip of blonde in the front at your hairline because blonde fiber is less noticeable in the knots than a darker fiber. So when you put the blonde fiber there, you're not going to see the knots as much. However, when they do that, it creates this strip of blonde at the front that looks too perfect and to me a little bit unnatural. But if I back up here and give you sort of that full look here, it's not too like strippy. I like to call it like a rainbow head because you can often see just a rainbow of blonde on your head and it just looks strange. Anyways, I like the lace front on the Sea Salt Blonde color here on Margo. And that lace front goes into your wide center monofilament part. So it's nice and wide here from right where my fingers are, which gives you the option to part it on the left or the right, even though it's a center part, but it's a wide center part, giving you more options while reducing the price just a little bit. So here's what Margo looks like parted on the left-hand side. You can see it kind of wants to poof up like that, and that's because this fiber is not used to going this way. You have to train it with heat to go in the direction you want it to go and to lay how you want it to lay. Right now, it still wants to flop over that way, and it's just saying, stop it, Amanda, I want to go back home. So I would just need a little bit of heat to get it over to that side. And then of course, you can also part it on the right-hand side as well. So, oh, look at that. It almost wants to go on the right now a little bit more easily than the left. And then when you do part it on the sides, you would get more of that side swept look here, as opposed to the curtain bang look from the center part. Now, if you wanted to, I get asked the question all the time, can I put bangs in this? You sure can. You can put bangs in honestly the majority of wigs that you get, especially if you have a monofilament feature on top and a lace front. that allows you to really maneuver the fibers a little bit more easily in the direction you want them to go. But you could use sort of this bang here as a template to bring forward and cut a shorter bang if you are sort of that more straight across, straightforward type of a bang gal. Obviously this isn't quite it, but you catch my drift there. Now I'm finding Margo to fit very true to average. I am a petite size. I measure 20.5 inches in circumference, 11.5 front to nape, and 11.5 inches ear to ear. So I measure petite in all of my measurements. This is where the ear tabs sit on me. They are honestly perfect. They sit just above my crease, so they're not impeding on that ear crease, making it uncomfortable for me. Obviously same on this side too. And then in terms of the circumference, it's just a little bit big in the circumference. I would bring the adjusters in, which would make this feel much more secure on my head. Or if I wore a wig grip, that would also help just as well. And then something that may bother you if you are a petite size is the extra cap. So I always tend to have extra bulk in my cap just because I do have a small head. And that's something I've just gotten used to because I prefer to have styles that I love as opposed to wigs that fit me perfectly. But we all have our preferences, but I'm just someone who I just deal with that extra bulk and just carry on with my day. Let me take this off so we can take a look at what this cap looks like. So like I said, you have that wide center part here. This is made with monofilament material where all of the heat-friendly fibers have been hand tied onto this material, allowing you to get that illusion of scalp through this and allowing the fibers to kind of go in any which way. Sorry, hair on my head there. And then that monofilament center part goes straight into that lace front, also made of that same monofilament material. Again, where all of those fibers are hand knotted onto the lace front, allowing you to pull it off of your face. Then we have an open wefted cap here. It's stretchy. You have all these elastics sewn vertically to allow for that stretch, and it's ventilated. You can stick your fingers through this, making it a little bit more breathable. And then your felt ear tabs with the metal stays in them. So the felt just provides some comfort for you. And then the metal stays allow the ear tabs to stay flush against your head without flopping around and needing any adhesive there. And then you have your extended felt nape and your Velcro adjusters if you want to adjust your circumference a little bit. So that is the gist of this cap here for Margo. Let me throw her back on so we can get one final look at it. Anyways, like I mentioned, I just adore this style. I think it is gorgeous. So if you are someone who's in the market for a little bit bigger hair, a little bit more fun in the styling with these flip-de-doos with the curtain bangs, I think you're really gonna love Margo. And if you need to see reviews on any of Rene of Paris's other new styles, smooth waves, posh waves, Isla, Bran, of course Margo, and I think the only one I haven't put out yet is Lauren, which is adorable as well. Anyways, if you need to see any of the reviews, I also have those on my channel for you to take a look at. But for now, I'm gonna let you go and enjoy your day. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully this was helpful for you on your journey, and I will see you next time. Bye everybody.